Well, hello. My name is Aunt Lurlene, and welcome to Aunt Lurlene's Kitchen. It's a good to see you again. Good to see y'all. Um, so I started my little video here with I had everything out and prepared to go, and I got Angie to check the video, and you couldn't hear my voice, so Aunt Lurlene she done what they call screwed the pooch. I'm sorry, Angie. Screwed the pooch. Say it again. I don't care. Anyhow, but today we are doing a cowboy tater bake. And now, I don't rightly know if cowboys eat it or not, but they should. They should. It make them feel like they at home and have my home cooked meal. It's very savory. So I'm going to try to do this and pick up kind of where I left off. And we just see how it goes from there. You know, because this is just how it rolls here at Aunt Lurlene's Kitchen. Oh, and things happen around the house, so you're going to hear a dog or two, and you know, it just happens that way, so you just have to kind of bear with it, you know what I mean? And, alright, well, here we go. So you start out with a little bit, well, you got you about 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds of ground beef or whatever kind of meat you use. And then I always use a little roll of sausage too. I use Jimmy not sponsored, Angie. She tells me to say not sponsored. So I'm doing, I'm learning, y'all. This is fun. And the lights is dimming and things is happening. Anyhow, okay, so you got that, and then you get you about, well, hold on. I'm getting ahead of myself. So you brown your meat, but you're going to cut you up a whole onion, and you put it in there, and then you brown it all up together, and you drain it, okay? And while you're doing that, you get you some, well, that's rightly hot. Now you get you some hash browns. Now, I use Crispy Crowns, but what I do is I just get them kind of fluffy. You know what I mean? The first little set. Because this is going to go in a mixture. Alright, and I'm going to show you what I'm doing in just a second. Now, if you hear any smoke detectors or anything going off, honey, they decoration, and they also let me know when my food's done. Oh, hush up, Inez. Now, Inez, she still got her trifling behind here as well. And I'm pretty sure she's going to jump on with some type of recipe to blow your mind. And it's got to be better than old Aunt Lurlene's. That's me, not Inez. Right. So, alright, so we've got our meat and our onion all back in our pot after we drained it, okay? And so while it was doing all that, we took us a can of cream of mushroom. Now, if you use any kind of cream soups in your recipes, it makes people think they know what you're doing. I promise you. You get a family gathering or whatever, and you got some cream of something soup sitting out on the counter, they think, well, dang, this is gonna be good. She knows how to cook. Mark it in your books, ladies and gents. So I've got that here in my bowl, and you take you about 1/2 cup of sour cream, and you put it in there. And I always put a little extra dollop. It's just the love. I love to say the word dollop. Ain't that a fun word to say? So you stir it all up, see, and you get you about 1/4 cup of milk. And I always do 1/4 in a splash. Okay, that's just how I do things. Inez says you're supposed to measure everything, and I ain't measured anything since probably the county fair of 1987. I just season things from the heart, and that's just how it rolls. So in my bowl, I've got my soup, and I've got my sour cream and my milk. Okay. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna now it calls for about 2 cups of cheese. Okay. And so I just put cheese in there until I see fit. It ain't gonna hurt you. So you just add you some cheese. No, and add a little more if you want to. Just, just dump it all in there. It's all right. You know what I mean? And you kind of stir that in your mixture there. La 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 la. All right. So, gotta look at my recipe here. And all right, so we're gonna get us some bacon bits. You can make real bacon. You can chop that up ever how you want to. But I'm just gonna we had some leftover bacon bits from last time we used them, and I'm just gonna dump those right on in there. But you can get you some for the recipe. You can cut up regular bacon if you want to. Now I always like to. I use all-purpose seasoning, and then. So I just I eyeball it, you know what I mean? You just dash it on in there. I don't believe in limits, y'all. And then I like to use the Tony Chachere's, the original. I don't like spicy stuff, and it likes to repeat on me, you know what I'm saying? So I just, yeah. So I use the original, and I just, after Angie's little heart scare and everything she had. Try not to use too much salt, and instead, it's salted. Then I'm gonna eyeball some onion powder, just dash that on a little bit on in there, and you already got a whole onion, you know what I mean? And then put a little bit of garlic powder. And I like the Worcestershire sauce. I put it on everything. If you ain't tried it on a baked potato, you don't know what you missing, honey. I promise you that. A lot of people look at me like I'm crazy when they do it, but it's real good. Right. Sure is. Okay. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to mix this up. And I'm going to dump my hash browns, my crispy browns. Now you can use the long shredded ones. You can use whatever hash brown you want, and you're just gonna take it and you're gonna put it over in your mixture in your bowl, and you're just gonna mush it all up together. That's what you're gonna do. So I'm gonna be right back, and I'm gonna show you what our mixture looks like. Okay? See you in a minute. Okay, here we are again. Hi, my name. I'm trying to get better about it. Y'all know by now that I'm Aunt Lurlene. Okay, so now we've got our drained hamburger and my sausage in here. We browned it and drained it. And we've got our mixture that we've mixed up. Now, I like to use this little contraption. I don't know what you call them, but it's what you mash your hamburger meat up. Now, being I use little crispy crowns, I like to use that little thing to mash up my hash browns. And so you just want to take it. Now, they won't fit in that little pan. We're going to make it fit today, though. Right. Right. Okay. So, we're going to put this little mixture over here into, in with our meat. Like so. Just take it on all that goodness. All that hearty goodness. Yum yum. So we take all of it and we put it in. We put it in to, you can have your mixing bowl, or you can just put it right back in the, no need to mess up another pot, right? So you just put it on in there and you mix it all up. Woo, that already looks good. It's going to be hearty. It's what they call here, it's called stick to your ribs type food. And that's what you want. You want something that's going to stick to your ribs. And, that, you kind of don't eat as much that way. You got plenty of leftovers. And, so when you're feeding your family, you have enough for everybody, and then they have enough for, at least one other meal. Or, if you got somebody that goes to work and you fix them some lunch or whatever, you can put it in a little bowl, send it on to them. It's a good way. It's how people that have to pinch their pennies and stuff It's how you make meals stretch. Now, if y'all want more tips and recipes on how to make meals stretch for what you got to work with, let me know in the comment section. Oh, I'm getting good at this, Angie. Yes, I may not be good with the audio and video yet, but you know, I think I'm getting better at the talking, right? So, alright. So we mix that all up together. And make sure that you preheated your oven, and you should have if you did your hash browns the way I did them. But again, as long as they're, you know, a little bit mushy, and you know, you can put them on in there. It don't hash browns. You can use you can use the big ones as long as you mix them up. You know what I mean? So get your what to do? So I'm gonna use a throwaway pan, you know, and so I'm gonna mix it all up. Sit over to the side, and then I'm gonna pour the mixture over into my dish, like so. I got it all in there. That's looking good. Make sure you don't leave none behind now, because then that defeats the whole purpose of making a meal stretch. All right. I think we've gotten as much as we can out of that, and then just want to make sure that we've got every little thing that we can get out of this bowl. Add it right on in there. Wish I had some of them. I've been watching videos and stuff of people cooking, and I wish I had some of them clear bowls so y'all could see through it and see exactly what Aunt Lurlene's doing. So you just do that and you smooth it on out. Like so. And then, now when I use the crispy crowns, and this is why I use the crispy crowns, I like to take any extras and I like to put them on top. And that's why you don't get them all done, you just get them mushy, you know what I mean? And then you just take some and you put them on top. Now, back to your oven, make sure you got it at 375 Fahrenheit. Can't believe I got to say Fahrenheit, but Angie told me to, so that's what I'm gonna do. She got her a new oven a few months ago. Well, not even maybe 2. It's my dandy, y'all. It's a pretty little thing, pretty big thing actually. Bet you Inez is eyeballing things now, trying to figure out what she's gonna cook for y'all to try to beat me. She's gonna turn it into a contest. It's always been that way, me and her. It's always been a contest. I don't know why she wants to contest, cause I mean, I always win. Huh? Nothing. I'm telling about this fan in here. I got me a fan in here. It's portable. It's about this big. It's cute little booger. Anyhow. And then I'm going to take me some cheese, and I'm just going to sprinkle some on top. Now, I like to use sharp cheddar. And you can use any cheese you want. You can mix it up. Any cheese you got left over at the house, or, you know, whatever. The kind you sprinkle on the top now. Just make sure you got you about 2 cups when you're putting it in your mixture, you know. It's a little cheesy. So you got that. Just put it, you know. There you go. And then what we gonna do, let me make sure I ain't left, I'm sorry I gotta put my recipes down, these days. I can measure with my heart, but I gotta make sure I got all my timing right and everything. So we got that. I think let's see, with the cheese, and, now, so what we're gonna do is, Now remember, that there was some bacon in there. Now if your doctor tells you not to eat bacon, I'm gonna need you to get a second opinion, okay? Alright, so make sure you do that. Now we're gonna stick this. Now your oven was preheated to about 375 Fahrenheit. And y'all see that? That's what it looks like before it goes in. And we're just gonna put it in there about 35 or 40 minutes. Okay? And you know, you leave it in there to about, to everything looks golden and bubbly, or somebody's yelling, what smells so good? Then you gonna, or that smoke detector goes off, then you gonna know it's done, loves, okay? So I'm gonna see y'all whenever I pull it out of the oven, alright? See you in a minute. Welcome back, welcome back. Okay. I think I don't have to say that every time. I had to take that apron off, man. It's hot in here. Yeah. Y'all like it? Anyway, sorry about that. Well, we didn't have any fire alarms going off, so I guess that's a good thing. So, I'm going to go ahead and take it out of our oven. Ooh. Lord, they made another minute. Ooh, it sure looks mighty fine, mighty fine. It's a bubbling. Show y'all. See? That's how it looks when it comes out. Now what we're going to do, we're going to let that cool for just a little bit, and then we're going to come back and we're going to plate it up, and then we're going to give it a taste test, alright? Alright. Okay, everybody, it's time to taste it. Let's see. Cheesy. It's still hot, but we're going to taste it. You got to blow a little bit. Still got the steam coming off, but we don't want to burn on Aunt Lurlene's mouth now, do we? I got to be able to talk. That's my favorite thing to do. Shut up. Now that is some good eating right there, everybody. Well, I hope that you will try this for your family, and I will put the recipe, or Angie will put the recipe down in what's it called? The description. She'll put it in the description for everybody, and let me know if you tried it in the comment section. What I suggest is get you some garlic bread, or you can do like the garlic cheese loaves. You can get them already made. Just pop them right on the oven. Take just a few minutes to cook it up. But I think that would be delicious with it. You know what I mean? And honey, if this don't make you happy, I don't know what will. But anyway, thank you for hanging around and learning something new with Aunt Lurlene. It's something I'm trying now. And I'll get better as it goes, and maybe it won't take 2 or 3 hours to submit you a video. Anyway, thank you again. Bye-bye, everybody.